Hey, you guys, Pastor Nick at the branch. We're located in Cary, North Carolina, and our service time is Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Love to see you guys there. If you haven't been with us, we're going through the book of Proverbs, and today we'll be in Proverbs chapter 8. And we're going to talk this day about wisdom. This is like thematic, obviously, with the book of Proverbs, but the cry of wisdom and for us to listen to it. So if you have your Bibles, let's just flip along through this. We'll be in Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Does not wisdom cry out? And so Solomon's saying that wisdom is always having a voice. The question is, what voice are you listening to? Let me unpack that a little bit. A lot of voices in our culture today. We have so much access to information, and it can really be confusing. Sometimes the greatest wisdom is in simplification, simplifying things, just opening up and saying, what does God have to say about this? And thus the book of Proverbs. Does not wisdom cry out, and understanding lift up her voice? She takes her stand on the top of the hill, beside the way where the paths meet. So that wisdom is not in this place that's happening in this realm. We have to look up. That's essentially what he's saying. It's like when you're looking at this domain, you're not going to hear it. You have to look up into the heavens, is the illusion that Solomon's giving. Not on this plane, but look in Psalm 121, I lift my eyes up to the mountains. Where does my help come from? And so Solomon's alluding to looking up to God. That's where our help comes from. And that's where wisdom is found. Verse 2, she cries out by the gates at the entry of the city, at the entrance of the doors. To you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. And so this voice is calling out to us. It's the heart of a father, really. And that's been thematic in Proverbs about fathers and mothers training up our children in wisdom through the word of God. But that voice is coming to us. That's the heart of the Lord. I'm crying out all the time. Listen to me. It's the heart of a good father that he's crying out for. Oh, you simple ones, understand prudence, and you fools, be of an understanding heart. And so he's saying, listen, prudence, pay attention to this. It might be simple, but listen, this will give you wisdom. And that's my voice that I want you to hear. Verse 6, listen, for I will speak of excellent things. And from the opening of my lips will come right things. And so wisdom is going to tell you good things. We have a wisdom of the world and we have the wisdom from God, and the two are in conflict. I kind of feel like we're in a season of woe to those who call evil good and good evil. We're kind of in that culture today. So much confusion, but God's not the author of confusion. So he's calling us to listen to his voice in wisdom, especially in this time and especially in culture today. Verse 7, for my mouth will speak truth. Wickedness is an abomination to my lips. So he's not going to speak wickedness. A lot of wickedness going on, right, in the world today. And you can discern. Discerning is like, what does the Bible have to say about this? So you have to search out wisdom. Requires you to take an effort. So I'm thankful that you're on this with us today as we're talking through the book of Proverbs. But listen to this as I go through it. Verse 8, all the words of my mouth with righteousness, nothing crooked or perverse in them. Verse 9, they are plain to him who understands and right to those who find knowledge. And then verse 10, receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. So he's calling this out. Listen, so much of the world is driven by silver and gold, the pursuit of wealth. But he's saying, listen, and so there's those who are in the business field. Nothing wrong with that. God gives the ability to make wealth, Deuteronomy says. But that pressure, how we seek that, and he's saying, listen, let's flip this around. Seek wisdom with that same passion and drive that you have for silver and gold. Verse 11, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things one may desire cannot be compared with her. So he's talking about value. We have a value of things in the world, but there's things like wisdom that are more valuable than any of the worldly riches. Wisdom you'll take with you into the next life, which we'll all face one day. Verse 12, I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and I find out knowledge and direction. So isn't that amazing? Wisdom and prudence, they're hand in hand. It's prudence is that ability to know the right thing, to operate in humility. Verse 13, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogance and the evil way and the perverse mouth. Now, we had already talked about 6 things the Lord hates, but he's bringing this back again to us to remind us. The Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogance. The Lord detests, right? And pride is the original sin of Satan, right? I will make myself like the Most High. I will put my throne on the heavens just like he does. Pride and arrogance. When we look at humanism, there's a guy named Eric Fromm, and he writes this book, and he says, man will attain the utopian society through pride. This is what Proverbs is talking about. That's not wisdom, godly wisdom. Verse 14, counsel is mine and sound wisdom, and I am understanding and I have strength. So understanding, wisdom, and there's strength in this. When you're in battle sometimes and you need wisdom, you're like, gosh, do I push ahead on this? Push ahead with God's wisdom, and he's going to give you strength on it. Verse 15, by me kings reigns and rulers decree justice. By me prudent princes rule and nobles all the judges of the earth. Look at verse 17. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently find me. Isn't that amazing? Just the love of the Father, the love of wisdom that he has for you. As you go on the search for him, he comes to you. The Song of Solomon, interesting book, right? But Song of Solomon says, have you seen the one who my soul loves? And so this quest to find God, as you start to seek him, and sometimes it can just be baby steps with us, taking time throughout your day as you're doing right now. Thank you for being with us. Verse 18, riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, just than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. So again, he's talking to us about the value of wisdom and making a contrast between earthly riches and heavenly riches. And the paradigm shift on that is, as you pursue godly riches, he's going to bless you with earthly riches. He'll bless you in that. So don't worry, he'll give you wisdom on that. Verse 21, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, but I may fill their treasures. See, wisdom, God says, is something to be sought, and then he blesses us, and he allows us to stir it, because great wealth requires great wisdom in order to how to handle it. It always cracks me up, lottery winners, and the majority of lottery winners are like, yeah, I got $1 million or whatever like that, lose it within 5 years. Why? They don't have the wisdom and how to steward that kind of treasure. Verse 24, the Lord possessed me at the beginning of his ways before his old work, and I have been established from everlasting, from the beginning, for there was an ever and earth. So this is really an allusion to the Lord, right? I was established. He possessed me from the beginning. Before of old works, I've been established from everlasting, from the beginning, before there was even an earth. That's why we need Jesus in our heart. Colossians 1:27 talks about Christ in us, right? The hope of glory, the mystery to the Greeks. Verse 24, but when there was no depth, I was brought forth. When there was no foundations abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills, I was brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth or the fields or the primal dust of the world, when he prepared the heavens, I was there. What a great illusion, right? Talking about the eternal God, Jesus, who was always there before the worlds were even made. As a matter of fact, John chapter 1 is going to say all things were made through him. And so let's continue on. Verse 28, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he assigned to the seas its limits, so that the waters would not transgress his commands, when he marked out the foundations of the world, then I was beside him as a master craftsman, and I was daily his delight. Isn't that an amazing parable about the delight of the Father and the Son in this case being represented as wisdom? Seek him out. Verse 31, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in his inhabited world, and my delight was the Son of Men. You can rest on that. You know, we're God's creation. Ephesians says we're his masterpiece, created in him for good works. You think about a masterpiece. Robin and I, we celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary. We went to Italy, and we're seeing so much amazing art, masterpieces, but you are God's masterpiece. Verse 31, hear instructions and be wise and do not disdain it. Blessed is the man who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, watching at the post of my doors. So the blessing comes from us looking for him and finding him. So that's that pause throughout our day. I know you guys have busy schedules. Thank you for listening today and taking time out. That tells me that you're seeking him and you want to know more about him. And as you do that, wisdom, you'll glean wisdom. Be in the word of God for yourselves. Verse 35, whoever finds me finds life and obtains favor from the Lord. Isn't that amazing? The Lord, favor is currency in the kingdom. Favor is that ability to do what you're doing, but now you got the breath of God on it and it goes exponential. I'm praying for those who are out there today, who are in the business field, who are entrepreneurs and in the marketplace, that you would have favor, favor, favor. If you're in the government or working with kids, favor, favor, favor. But he who sins against me wrongs his own soul. All those who hate me love death. Well, why? Because he is life, and life is found in him. So my prayer for you guys today, as we're in the book of Proverbs chapter 8, we'll be in Proverbs chapter 9 next week, that you would find him. Let me pray for some of you guys right now. I'm praying for several people, both a man and a woman out there. And you're dealing with anxiety. You have some hard decisions to make, and you're not really sure of what to do. I hear the Lord say, be still. You'll take some time. You're going to get revelation or understanding, things that appear you can't see now. The Lord's saying, be patient, wait, don't be abrupt, don't be rash, but wait on him, because hope is on the way on this. I'm hearing the Lord, there's several people out there today, and you're having issues in your body. I'm hearing the Lord say it's like a chronic inflammation hitting your body, an autoimmune disease. And so, Lord, I pray over that right now. If you're dealing with a autoimmune disease, I pray healing over you now in the name of Jesus. And for the rest of you guys, Lord, I may pray, Lord, for my friends, Father, that you would bless them and make your face shine upon them. Let the peace of God be with you guys today. Love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.